Have you got a meeting or conference coming up?
Looking for something engaging?
Then why do the same old, same old? This is where the fun starts, doing it differently. It is also the first part of the emotional element of the Purple Monster PIE model.
Lots of people that organise conferences are determined to do something different. But what is different? Well, let's start with ordinary first of all. This is standard. On arrival, you get a name badge, then you go into the conference hall, you hear presentations, you have a break, you hear presentations, you get lunch, some more presentations, probably a guest speaker in the afternoon, and then you might get a cocktail reception and dinner in the evening. And that's it. So, what about different? Well, different is different, but mostly it's in the how rather than the what. And by the way, we're just assuming that you've already thought long and hard about the why you're holding the meeting.
A different venue, sure.
Yeah, I mean, we were once asked by a global team, to do something really different for their conference. So we thought, right, what can we do here? We took them up a mountain at sunrise and we sang as the sun rose over the valley.
Wow, that really does sound like a memorable meeting.
It was certainly different, very different.
Different setup of a space, for sure. You don't have to have cabaret tables of 8 just because it suits the hotel. Why not start your conference reclining on a chaise longue, smoking a hookah pipe and listening to a storyteller? We've done that too. That was different.
Different catering? Yes. Different ways to use audiovisual?
Different takeaways, of course.
But mostly, different is about changing the experience for people.
Break the rules. You don't have to stick with the status quo. You don't need 5 PowerPoint presentations to fill the day, or market stalls or an expo. What about instead going for a totally immersive event? Like, like a
Film festival?
or of course, a live board game.
Or how about using ballroom dancing as both the business analogy and the experience?
We've done all of those too, by the way, still ensuring that every bit of business content was covered in an engaging way.
By deciding to be different, you open up a whole world of possibilities.
One of the problems with different, of course, is it can be unsettling for those who prefer safe. No one's ever come to us and said, can you please design exactly the same conference as last year? But they are thinking about it in the back of their mind sometimes. Plenty of people set off with the intention of doing something different, but they can fall by the wayside as they get nearer and nearer to the actual conference. So our advice is be bold at the start with your ideas. If you're trying for something really different, it's about how you go about it. What you're looking for is a shared experience, preferably one that moves people emotionally. If you can do that, then you're probably in the right space of having made something relevant and effective as well as memorable. Be careful of themes that are not inclusive. So for example, it may be great fun to think of Lord of the Rings for some people, but for other people just not at all. And don't go there just because the executive team thinks it's something funny and they've got all the in-jokes. It really won't go down well with the delegates, I promise you that much. So make sure that you can take risks, that's fine, and do something different, but don't do pretentious stuff or silly stuff, because no one will thank you for that in the end. And know what different is for your organisation. It may be that different is only so much as leaving the conference space, walking down the Thames path to have better quality conversations with each other. We did that, and it was sufficiently different.
We have a set of diagnostic questions when we approach an event, but as far as difference is concerned, here's a useful question to leave you with.
If at one end of the experience spectrum is Conference 101, PowerPoints, passive audiences, and the other end, total immersion, a full-on escape room style experience, what level of ambition do you as conference organisers have to make your conference different?
If after the conference is long gone, people still remember the emotions that they had during their shared experience, then you've probably done something different. So, in summary,
Create an experience. Events are much more memorable when people are actively participating and immersed in what they're doing.
Bear in mind what different is like for your own organisation. The levels will be different in every company.
Be bold from the start. It will open up your event to a whole world of possibilities. Thanks for watching and listening.